praise Jehovah. Another sacrifice that Jehovah delights in has to do with our power of speech. Those loving Jehovah have always spoken well of him in public and in the privacy of their homes. Psalm 34, 1-3 reads, I will bless Jehovah at all times. Constantly his praise will be in my mouth. In Jehovah my soul will make its boast. The meek ones will hear and will rejoice. O magnify Jehovah with me, you people, and let us exalt his name together. Read Psalms 148-150 and observe how often these three psalms encourage us to praise Jehovah. Truly, on the part of the upright ones, praise is fitting. Psalm 33:1. And our exemplar, Jesus Christ, stressed the importance of praising God by preaching the good news. Paragraphs 14 and 15. Question. Hosea urged the Israelites to offer what type of sacrifices, and how did Jehovah respond? By preaching with zeal, we give evidence of our love for Jehovah and our desire for his approval. For example, consider how the prophet Hosea exhorted the Israelites who had taken up false worship and had lost God's favor. Hosea told them to plead, May you, Jehovah, pardon error and accept what is good, and we will offer in return the young bulls of our lips. Hosea 14:1-2. A bull was the costliest animal that an Israelite could offer to Jehovah. Hence, the young bulls of our lips referred to sincere, well-thought-out words spoken in praise of the true God. How did Jehovah respond to those making such sacrifices? He said, I shall love them of my own free will. Hosea 14:4. To those offering such sacrifices of praise, Jehovah granted his forgiveness, approval, and friendship. Paragraphs 16 and 17. Question. When faith in God moves a person to preach the good news, how does Jehovah receive that one's praise? Praising Jehovah publicly has always been a prominent part of true worship. Glorifying the true God meant so much to the psalmist that he beseeched God, Please take pleasure in the voluntary offerings of my mouth, O Jehovah. Psalm 119:108. What about today? Speaking of a large crowd of people in our time, Isaiah prophesied, The praises of Jehovah they will announce. With approval, they or their gifts will come up upon my God's altar. Isaiah 60:6-7. In fulfillment, millions are offering God a sacrifice of praise, that is, the fruit of lips which make public declaration to his name. Hebrews 13:15. What about you? Are you offering God acceptable sacrifices? If not, will you make needed changes and begin praising Jehovah publicly? When faith moves you to start preaching the good news, your offering will be more pleasing to Jehovah than a bull. Psalm 69:30-31 read, I will praise the name of God with song, and I will magnify him with thanksgiving. This will also be more pleasing to Jehovah than a bull, than a young bull displaying horns, splitting the hoof. Be assured that the restful odor of your sacrifice of praise will reach Jehovah, and that he will grant you his approval. Ezekiel 20:41. The joy that you will then feel has no equal. Jehovah himself will bless anyone righteous. Paragraphs 18 and 19, Question A. What view of serving God do many people hold today? Question B. Losing God's favor leads to what? Today, many people draw the same conclusion as some did in Malachi's time. It is useless to serve God, and what profit is it that we have kept his charge? Malachi 3:14, an American translation. Led on by materialistic desires, they view God's purpose as unattainable, and his laws as no longer applicable. To them, the preaching of the good news is a waste of time, and a source of irritation. The driving force behind such ideas goes back to the Garden of Eden. It was Satan who persuaded Eve to disregard the real value of the wonderful life Jehovah had given her and to disdain his approval. Today, Satan eggs people on to believe that nothing is to be gained by doing God's will. However, Eve and her husband discovered that losing God's favor meant losing their lives. Those who now follow their bad example will soon come to realize the same bitter truth. Paragraphs 20 and 21, Question A. What did the widow of Zarephath do, and how did the matter turn out for her? Question B. How and why should we imitate the widow of Zarephath? Contrast the sad ending of Adam and Eve with the outcome of the events mentioned earlier regarding Elijah and the widow of Zarephath. After hearing Elijah's encouraging words, the woman began baking and first served the prophet some bread. Then Jehovah fulfilled the promise he made through Elijah. The account states, "She continued to eat, she together with him and her household, for days. The large jar of flour itself did not get exhausted, and the small jar of oil itself did not fail, according to Jehovah's word that he had spoken by means of Elijah." 1 Kings 17, 15, and 16. The widow of Zarephath did something that few people of the billions now alive are willing to do. She put her complete trust in the God of salvation, and he did not leave her in the lurch. This and other Bible accounts confirm that Jehovah deserves our trust. Joshua 21, 43-45 reads, "So Jehovah gave Israel all the land that he had sworn to give to their forefathers, and they proceeded to take possession of it and to dwell in it. Furthermore, Jehovah gave them rest all around, according to everything that he had sworn to their forefathers, and not one of all their enemies stood before them. All their enemies Jehovah gave into their hand. Not a promise failed out of all the good promise that Jehovah had made to the house of Israel. It all came true." Joshua 23:14 reads, "Now look, I am going today in the way of all the earth. And you well know with all your hearts and with all your souls that not one word out of all the good words that Jehovah your God has spoken to you has failed. They have all come true for you. Not one word of them has failed." The lives of modern-day witnesses of Jehovah provide further proof that he will never abandon those who have his approval. Paragraph 22, Question. Why is it urgent that we seek God's approval without delay? God's day of judgment upon all those dwelling upon the face of all the earth is imminent. Luke 21:34 and 35. There is no escaping it. No riches or material comforts can ever come near in value to hearing God's appointed judge say, "Come, you who have been blessed by my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you." Matthew 25:34. Yes, Jehovah himself will bless anyone righteous. As with a large shield, with approval he will surround them. Should we not seek God's approval? After listening to this article, do you recall? Why does Jehovah deserve our heartfelt worship? What sacrifices does Jehovah accept today? The expression, "the young bulls of our lips," refers to what? And why should we offer them to Jehovah? Why should we seek God's approval? End of article.